Hi everyone, so Star Wars video, and this is a response to as the title puts it, kind of a spoiler I didn't expect to get and kind of didn't want to get. And we're now in less than 2 weeks from The Force Awakens, and I'm now trying to kind of avoid as much spoilers as I can. I'm not looking at any rumors now. Well, I'll look at clips. I'm going to avoid anything serious. I'm really trying to keep down the spoilers now. But every now and then I'll read an article where I'm just like, oh crap, I just learned something I didn't want to learn. And this is one of those times. Now, before we begin, there's a couple clips that came out. Or not clips, but a couple TV spots and featurettes that came out. I'm not going to be doing a reaction to those or review of those simply because there's nothing significantly new for me to talk about in those. So yeah, just get those out of the way. The Rey specific featurette, the new promo featurette from Disney XD, the couple TV spots that came out. I'm not doing a video on those, but I am doing a video on this. So as it says, if Harrison Ford gave us what's actually kind of a major spoiler. Now we don't know the context of how the spoiler goes. We don't know how this is all going to play out in the movie, but we said this, and it's pretty much this is a scene in the movie. So if you're watching this, I assume you want to know what the spoiler is and what my thoughts on the spoiler is going to be. But for some reason, if you've clicked on this video and you don't want this spoiled, stop right now. I'll do this, and when I've reached the 0 countdown like this, that's when I'm going to start talking. So I'll give you one more chance to get off this video right now. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've given you your chance. So Harrison Ford was asked what his favorite scene out of The Force Awakens, or what one of the favorite things in The Force Awakens is. And he said, and I quote, "The sword fight between Rey and Kylo is very story-driven and beautiful to watch." So again, the sword fight, obviously the lightsaber duel between Kylo Ren and Rey is one of his favorite scenes in the movie because of how visually beautiful and story-driven it is. Now, now you can, first off, there's a lot to go. There's a lot in just that sentence to think about. First off, we all knew Finn and Kylo were going to fight, and I assumed that was actually going to be our main lightsaber fight in the movie. I didn't think we were actually going to get a second lightsaber fight, and if we were, it was going to be maybe Luke briefly kicking Kylo's ass. Apparently, Rey takes up not necessarily the lightsaber, but a lightsaber, and does battle with Kylo Ren. Now, does she beat him? I have a feeling she's maybe going to push him back and beat him for temporarily, and he'll come back in the second movie, episode 8. But first off, what's the content or context of why she's fighting Kylo Ren? Well, the way I see it, from everything we've seen from visuals, and from some of the rumors, obviously no rumors have truly been confirmed, but some of the rumors people have, speculations I guess about it, some of the speculations that people have gone, myself included, I don't think Finn does very well in that fight with Kylo Ren. In fact, I think Finn either is wounded heavily or maybe killed. And I don't want that to be the case, but I think that might be the case. It might. I'm holding reservations, but it might. And I don't know why I kind of do that. Oh, look, I'm Nightcrawler. No, live long and prosper. Wrong movie series. The Force. That's better. If I didn't put an actual picture for a thumbnail, I just want that to be my thumbnail. Just so, but I don't think well, at the very least, I'm almost certain he loses that fight. And then she goes after Kylo, I think, because I think in the trailer, Maz Kanata is when she says, "The Force is calling to you, let in," or it might be Leia, because they've recently brought out a bit more information about Leia, why she'd not become a Jedi, even though she's still strong with the Force. So, it might be Leia. The point is, it's the Force is calling to you, let it in. I think she embraces the fact that she somehow Force sensitive, in probably a Solo or a Skywalker, one of the two. I'm going with Solo until proven wrong with that. As I've said, I think Kylo and Rey are both Solos. And she goes and she fights Kylo, and because it's story-driven, I think we're going to get the emotional back and forth, the dialogue between them, and possibly the sibling reveal or just a sibling dynamic about why they are in the positions they are in. And she will eventually, I think, overcome Kylo. And there's rumors he could be scarred and disfigured based on certain concept art that was leaked for Kylo Ren. and that in the next one he'll actually have cybernetics. It's possible. At the very least, I think she drives him back, and she does injure him to the point where he needs, like, Vader-like repair. And then she comes to embrace it, and I think the end of the movie is her maybe meeting Luke finally at the reestablished Jedi Temple. Possibly. Who knows? That this is just a wild stuff. The only reason I maybe vouch for that ending is because one of the final tracks is called Steps of the Jedi, or the Jedi Steps or something like that. You can look at my soundtrack listing video for that. Or you can just go online and look up the lists, the names of the musical themes. There we go, themes that are on the soundtrack. We haven't heard them. We just know the titles of them, and luckily none of them are heavily spoiler revealing. So that's one route. That I think is actually the most probable route this sword fight the lightsaber duel takes, because I don't believe it happens in that scene. By the way, there is one little joke I like from one of the TV spots. It involves Han and Rey. It does segue. It's the scene where he gives her the blaster. It's like, you're gonna need this. I can handle myself. I know, that's why I'm giving you the blaster. I'm like, there you go. There's the Han we like. I like the way he said that. Great. But I don't think the lightsaber battle does not happen when she's in the forest on Maz Kanata's planet, wherever that planet is. I know they've said the name of the planet. I can't remember it. It's not going to happen there. She's shooting at him, and then I think they capture her. I think he captures her. Either because he knows her or he senses she's a force sensitive, I think. But also, they're going to escape. It's going to happen on the Starkiller planet because it's the snowy forest area, and it's going to happen there. If it does happen, that's when it's going to happen. The fight because they're both there in the fight. It's revealed. It's the fight between Finn, Rey, and Kylo Ren. And Finn, I'm almost certain. Well, at the very minimum, I'm certain Finn gets his ass kicked and is injured on the ground. I'm certain on that. Is he killed? Given the way Rey is crying over that body in the snow, assuming it's his body, again, there's no confirmation of this. It's just the way the information is looking, it's panning out that way. Assuming it is him, and the way she's crying, it's very possible he gets killed. And you know what? If they do a good job, it might actually be more effective than even killing Han or Chewie, now thinking about it. Because if we get to like this new character, we go to like this new character a lot. We go to want to see more of him, and they kill him. That's a big emotional strike for us. And we want, especially if Kylo strikes him down, and we grow to like both Rey and Finn just wonderfully. That's a big emotional toll on us. It's like, no, Rey, you go and stop him. You go and face your destiny, and you become a Jedi. And we're going to be like, yeah, and she kicks it, and we'll be like, yeah! I know I will be, anyway. Assuming I do, in fact, grow to like him, which, based on everything I'm seeing of these characters in these teasers, on these trailers, on these teasers, these promos, I'm liking these characters a lot. I'm digging every one of these characters. These new characters I'm liking a lot, which is so relieving after the prequels. Which, by the way, next week, just before I continue on, actually, no, I'll save that for the end of the video just to announce what my plans for next week's going to be different for some things for the channel. But obviously, because Star Wars is coming out next week, and I'm excited. But moving on, it begs the second question, though. How does she fight him? Because let's be clear, if it's a sword fight, obviously a lightsaber battle, she picks up a lightsaber. We've only seen one official lightsaber apart from Kylo's in the movie. And it's Anakin's. And I've heard some people say, we don't know it's Anakin's. We're assuming, and it probably is, but we don't know. Are you serious? You look at the design. It's a blue blade. It's being handed to Leia at one point by Maz Kanata. It's clearly Anakin's lightsaber. So please, anyone who's arguing that, unless you can give me some valid explanation on that, just kind of admit that it is Anakin's. It's not even a big concern if it is or isn't, but it's clearly Anakin's lightsaber. But that's the only one we've actually seen. Now, there's two ways to think about this. The most likely scenario is that Finn loses the fight. Lightsaber's on the ground. There's also a second option that just popped in, a third option that popped into my head, but we'll go with that in just a second. Loses the lightsaber. Kylo decides to exit instead of taking the lightsaber, assuming that's even what he wants. And then Rey picks up the lightsaber and goes to fight Kylo. Option 2 that just occurred to me is that he beats him, takes the lightsaber, about to leave, Rey follows him, and then suddenly the Force just swells up in her, and she just reaches out and actually pulls the lightsaber, say, off his belt, and just goes, ah! It's like, yeah, that would be great. I would dig that far more. That would be so awesome. And I think everyone would just be like, yeah! Of course, granted, I could also see nitpickers be like, well, how did she learn to suddenly do that? It's like, it's the Force. It's suddenly welled up with her. She just randomly did it out of instinct. Just go with it. And then there's option 3. Now, option 3 is the least likely because there's no confirmation this character and this artifact, if you want to call it one, is in the movie. But if the rumor that staff she carries is in fact Darth Plagueis' lightsaber, or at the very least a lightsaber of some kind, does she maybe activate or finally learn to activate the saber staff? Because let's be clear, you look at, say, the upper third of that staff, and it looks like a very elongated lightsaber. It looks like a staff saber. So possibly does she look on the job, and then just the staff maybe breaks, and then she just, and then just 2 red lightsabers just. That would be so sweet. Any one of these options would rock. I think I like option 2 the best that I just thought of, where she just force pulls the lightsaber and just charges at Kylo. That would be wonderful, and I would just be fangasming, just right there. Oh, that looked like R2-D2 right there. But no, yeah, I mean, it sucks I find these things out when I really wouldn't want to find them out. But you know what? I'm going to be looking forward to it still. It's still a lot of stuff in the movie I don't know about, which I'm so grateful for. It's one of those times that I'm really, really glad I don't know a lot about the movie going into it. And I didn't say there might not be JJ said there's no post-credit scene. I'm staying to the credits just in case he's wrong. Or, lying, because JJ does this sometimes. He likes to keep things under wraps. He's a very secretive person, and I'm actually very thankful for that, because it gives us a better experience, I think, as fans. But I look forward to this so much. I'm glad I don't know as much as I do. It's just one of those things that sometimes information falls through the cracks, and I accidentally read something like, crap, shouldn't have read that. So, yeah. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put it in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. This will be Into the Heart of the Sea, the movie based off the real events that inspired Moby Dick. I'm hearing good things. I heard it's not as amazing as people thought it would be, but I hear it's still really good. But that's just certain viewpoints. Other people are just loving it. Who would win? I haven't actually still decided what the who would win this week would be, but I'll get to it when I get to it. Plus, one more Star Wars reaction. I got my 2 vlogs. In fact, I gotta watch Supergirl after this video is done. And again, spoilers. I shouldn't have read that article, but I'll wait to see the episode to be certain on that. And any Star Wars videos, of course, any trailer reactions, which, by the way, we're supposed to get the X-Men Apocalypse trailer and our first trailer for Star Trek Beyond attached to The Force Awakens. I haven't seen them pop online yet. I'm amazed they haven't popped online yet. If they're going to pop online, I think they'll pop online next week, because they usually pop online before, and if they somehow manage not to do that, I'll be amazed, because it's almost impossible to do that nowadays. But, trailer reactions, movie news, the whole shebang. And as for next week, as I said, next week will be a little different. Next week is going to be, I'll probably do like a Star Wars video a day leading up to The Force Awakens. I won't have my standard clip reactions, or, well, if there's clips, I'll have a clip reaction, but I'll have some more thought. I'll do like a recap of the prequels. I'll do a recap of the original trilogy. I'll have a couple other videos up, all leading up to basically The Force Awakens, obviously the review for The Force Awakens. And by God, I am going to get Mark to do a review with me in the car for that, because if we're both seeing that, we're both going to want to talk about it. We got to do a review for that in the car. So, the only reason he didn't join me for Krampus is because he had some prior engagements. Otherwise, he probably would have joined me for Krampus. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Good night, everyone. It's a little late, so I'm a little jumbled, but good night, everyone.